We've rebalanced.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Spencer Ray, better known as Fire Squasher 357 on the gaming front. I've been working on getting a podcast up and going. Had some trouble finding the name uh, and getting some equipment together to make the streaming work quite right. So we switched to a new platform that we're testing out today. And we've also got a new name for the podcast. We originally wanted to try to do something funny, like the Dad Pod, something just to be laughable. And we tried to get some help from friends trying to find a new name, but really couldn't come up with anything. But got to thinking about some topics that we wanted to talk about. Obviously, being a guy, I want to end up talking about, you know, guy things, cars, sports, but I also want to be able to talk to dads and men and work with them and talk about some stuff that I've faced in my life, and give them some tools that maybe could help in the future in their life with their family, with their jobs, help to be better leaders, better fathers, better husbands, just better men overall. So the main thing we're doing today is just testing the live stream out. I'm kind of watching it on one screen while I'm looking at this new streaming platform on another. Got a new microphone up. I'm trying to watch the mix there to make sure everything sounds good there. Looks like we're getting good mic levels. Let me bump it up just a hair because we're close. But, just trying to get some stuff out there to shine a light in the world right now. Was really trying to decide whether or not to even comment about everything that happened yesterday up in the Capitol. Uh, and let me just put it this way: I don't care which side of the aisle is responsible. You you have the news media and a lot of politicians saying they were supporters of our current president. You have I've had several friends that have posted things on social media from people that were on the ground there, um, that were on the ground there that say they were not the supporters of the president, that they were bussed in from somewhere else. And honestly, I really, really don't care. It just shouldn't have happened. That's the best way to put it. It shouldn't have happened. It's something that shouldn't have happened in our capital. So I don't care which side of the aisle is responsible for it. What happened yesterday was an atrocity. I don't care who did it. It really shouldn't have happened. So I think this is a good time for everybody, regardless of your political, religious affiliations. It's time for us to come together, stop pointing fingers. It's time for our government to stop trying to divide the citizens. It's time for everybody to come together. This is something, again, it just shouldn't happen. I don't care who you are. I am a Bible believing Christian. I do believe in the Constitution, the free speech, freedom of religion. I believe in the right to bear arms. I believe that we should be protected from unreasonable search and seizure. I don't just believe in one part of the Constitution. I believe in it all. So that's about as far as I'm going to go on that. It shouldn't have happened. It's time for us to all come together as American citizens, as people that hopefully you've got some amount of decency inside of you to say, okay, it's time to stop. It's time to stop the fighting. It's time to stop the rioting. It's time to stop this and come together. We're in a bad spot right now with this pandemic, and I don't care what your opinion is on that. Right now, we're in a bad spot with it. Um, so we just got to come together, and that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to be a bright spot in the dark world, especially for men. Like I said, my plan is for a lot of stuff that you'll see on my stream will be specifically for men. Probably some stupid dad jokes. I'll also still be streaming from Xbox and PC a little bit. on just my Twitch account regular, but I'm going to be doing this podcast for now on this Twitch account until we get some stuff set up and maybe start one specifically for the Forged by Fire brand. But I would really appreciate if anybody ends up watching, which I hope we start getting some viewers once this is all said and done. And we've got everything rolling. We're probably going to end up having some graphics changes. You notice I've just got my simple name with a up there, just testing some stuff out. Like I said, let me pull that down. But anyway, so enough of the politics and all of that. Something that fun. I'm a big race car fan, big racing fan. Not just NASCAR. Yes, I live in the Midwest. Yes, I have been to NASCAR races. Yes, I've been a NASCAR fan for a long time. Big Ryan Newman fan in the NASCAR world. But I'm really a big sports car and open wheel fan. Really, over the last 5 years, have just really caught on. I've always watched the big sports car races, the Rolex 24 down in Daytona, the Le Mans over in France. 24 Hours of Le Mans, that is an amazing race. Yeah, sometimes it can get a little boring or predictable towards the end if you've got, like Toyota has for the last several years, taken over the lead and just run away from everybody. But we're getting ready to come into a new world of the hybrid supercars. And, it was really bummed out last year when Porsche said that they were going to drop most of their factory teams with the 911s that were running in the WEC and IMSA. And, it just really sucked. But then they made the announcement a few weeks ago saying they were coming back in the hybrid supercar class, which is going to be great. I know they're going to start in the WEC, but I think that's going to end up leading to them coming back into IMSA. That's just a personal opinion. But then yesterday, I saw the news posted by IMSA on their Facebook page of WeatherTech Racing is bringing the Porsche 911 back into the GTLM class in IMSA. It's just going to be awesome. If it was just going to be Corvette and BMW, that was, I don't know, I think maybe Aston Martin. There might be an Aston Martin team coming into GTLM, but just 2 or 3 manufacturers and maybe just 4 or 5 cars. That's usually the hottest, the best racing, the most contested racing out there. But now that Porsche is going to be coming back in there too, it's just going to widen the field. Plus, IMSA in the WeatherTech Series races, they're adding the LMP3 class, which is going to make 5 classes of cars on the track at one time. It's going to be some pretty hectic racing, but I really like the multi-class racing. It's great to see the talent that it takes for these drivers to get out there and do what they do. But anyway, that's just kind of the guy news that's going on. Bear with me just a second. I'm actually chatting right now with my daughter in Zimbabwe. Like I said, I'm in the Midwest of the United States. We've got a a young lady over in Zimbabwe that we sponsored through the One Child program that's based out of Colorado. We sponsored her for several years, through most of her life in the program, and she aged out of the program a couple years ago, and we never really got to say goodbye. So we were kind of bummed about that. And I've been to Zimbabwe a couple times in my life, and it's a great country, beautiful country over there, and wonderful people. I've got to meet her name is Kim. Got to meet Kim a couple times. And after she aged out of the system, we were really worried that we'd never get to see her again. We still had a few contacts over there, but you know how things go. People move, especially in Africa, and the knowledge that we have with the people that we've met over there, that a lot of times there may not be a place for a young lady like her to stay where she was at, and she'd end up possibly having to move. And we'd never be able to contact her again or know anybody that would be in close contact with her. But about 6-8 months ago, got a Facebook notification that she had friend requested us. And to be honest, at first I was like, no way, this can't be real. and then ended up getting a message, a Facebook message from her. And I've been Facebook friends with her dad. Actually, I met him while I was over there. I've been Facebook friends with him for the last 5, 6 years. And come to find out, it was her. So as I'm sitting here at my desk every day working, I'm a web content writer, by the way, in real life. I guess you could say I write content for an auto parts company website, one of the larger auto parts companies. I don't know if I should name the company on my stream or not. I don't want to get in trouble for that. So, but I write web content, and now I just lost where I was going. See, this is a good run through for the podcast. But anyway, come to find out, it was really her. And now as I'm sitting, I remember where I was at now. As I'm sitting here at my desk working, I can chat with her all day long. I just happen to be on my lunch break right now. I thought it would be good to do this test. But anyway, I'm kind of rattling along a little bit. Been on here about 11, 12 minutes. So a little bit about this podcast again. This is going to be for men mainly is what we're going to focus on. Again, we're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about cars. We're going to obviously, since I said earlier, I am a Bible-believing Christian. I'm going to talk about most of the content that on here from a Christian perspective. But everybody needs to know first and foremost, I love everybody. I will not tolerate hate. Just because my personal beliefs may not line up with how you've decided to live your life, I do believe God has given each one of us a free will to choose how to live our life. And if it is something that is allowed within our government, I am not going to sit here and tell you that you can't make the choice and live that way. Now, if you want to talk about my beliefs and what I believe will happen from you living that way, by all means, let's talk. And I will bring up Bible references and personal beliefs, but I will never, ever, ever tolerate hate. I don't care who you are. As a Christian, a lot of people say that we hate the gay and transgender community. I do not. I have worked with and had some great friends that are gay and transgender. They're some of the nicest people you'll ever meet in the world. We just have a few differences of opinion, and we were able to get past them and be friends and be great coworkers. So, again, even if I'm speaking from a Bible perspective, I will not tolerate hate. I'll speak truth, and I will speak with grace, and I will speak with love. But if you're on here and following me and you start spreading hate, we'll have an issue. But anyway, enough of that. We've had enough down stuff with what happened yesterday and trying to get all that stuff out of the way. I'm excited about what's coming up. Going to have some great content and chat about men being fathers. Twitch and the gaming systems may not like it, but we're going to talk about making time to put down the controllers, shut off the electronics if you're a father, and spending time with your kids. I've got 2 teenagers around driving age, and I've been a gamer for a long time, and I've spent too much time on a gaming system when I should have been spending time with them. So there is time to put it away and spend time with your kids. We're just going to talk about finding a good group of men that you can network with, that you can talk to, somebody that you can go to with an issue. But we're here to have fun. We're here to grow. We're here to learn. We're here to be better. We're here to be a bright spot in a dark world. So one last statistic I'm going to give before we drop out of here. As we went through November last year, I know it's kind of a taboo to talk about 2020, but as we went through November of last year, I got connected with the Movember Foundation, raised some money for Movember, and they started out doing helping raise funds to research for prostate and testicular cancer, but they've expanded that to the mental health for men. And there's a statistic that I didn't know. I knew with several family members in the military, have been in the military, are in the military, that 22 veterans a day are committing suicide. I believe it's a day. Um, so there you've got a lot of the hotlines for the 22 trying to stop veteran suicide. But I also found out through Movember, as part of my research with them, that 103 men a day in the United States alone commit suicide. I believe it's a day. I don't think it's an hour. I'm pretty sure it was a day. I'm kind of forgetting right now. But I want men to know out there that they're not alone. There is no reason for a man to feel that he is alone, that nobody cares, that any mistakes that they might have made, that he might have made in his life, have ruined his life. Um, there are people who care. There is a God who loves you. There are people you can reach out to for help, and I want to be one of those people. I know I'm kind of small right now, and going to try to grow things, but that's something to think about. If there is a man in your life, if you happen to be watching this, if you're a lady, thank you for flipping this on. If you're a man that's struggling, having issues, reach out to somebody. Reach out to me. I'll try to get you in contact with somebody local that you can reach out to, whether it be um, a hospital, whether it be a counselor, whether it be a church, whatever I can do to help, I'm going to try to help. But anyway, we love you. Thanks for coming on here and listening. If you're watching this later, since I really can't tell, I don't have my stream up right now. I had to close it because we trying to watch it and stream it at the same time kind of bogged down my internet just a little bit. I'm gonna have to dig into that. But thanks for watching this. Again, anybody that watches this, I love you. I really do. I'm hoping that we can have some great fun and we can get a lot of people on here. You guys all have a great day. Thanks.